Good morning, everyone. It's another Saturday. It's a much calmer. The weather is pretty phenomenal. I feel so bad for the people on the west coast of Florida as they pick up the pieces. The devastation is just mind-boggling. And here, good morning. Hi, Mitzi. Hi, Janet. Carol's got some stuff going on, so I'm going to try to stream today. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much coverage, how much of you get, how much of the you get to see of all of this over in England, but I'm sure you're getting some. I'm sure you're getting some pictures and some coverage, and it's just really difficult. Good morning, good afternoon, Mrs. Gigi. I'm so happy that you could join us. I found out later, earlier this morning that Carol was going to need me to stream. So I'm just kind of, gathering things around, getting stuff together to figure out what I'm going to do. But so I can always, good morning, Aunt Bex. How are things up your way? Has Ian finally exited Casey? Ian's been a busy guy. I guess I read somewhere that you had very cold rain. I didn't realize he was going to bring cold weather, but actually it's cooled down here a little bit, but it's going to be 87 today, so it didn't last for very long. Good morning, Jean. All clear? Okay. That's great. Yeah, okay. With the internet, you get to know the news. Sure, yeah. Yep, just wet and cold. Yeah, we're not wet and cold. We're just, the pond that I look out on has receded. It got about, well, twice the size that it normally is, and it's all receded, and it's just looks like a piece of glass this morning with the reflection of the houses from across the pond. The reflections are just crystal clear. Yeah. Oh yes, I saw Aunt Beck's jigsaw puzzle. It didn't take you long to put that together. Wet and chilly out on Long Island. Yeah. I guess, yeah, you would get some of that maybe. Yeah. Aunt Bex, you need a harder jigsaw puzzle. What was you said that was 500 pieces? Yeah, I think you graduated to 1,000 at least. Oh, oh wow. My grandson's playing hockey right now. Okay. So I thought I would start out as I normally start out, and this is more for me. Well, maybe for you too. I know that some of you have really started enjoying me reading this, but this is really more for me, I think, because it calms me down. I'm very. Oh, even Scott joined in the end. Yeah. We always had a crossword puzzle going all winter long. There was a card table set up by the door, and all winter long there would be one going. And you sit down for a while, and then as a kid, you maybe sit down for a little bit and then go out and play in the snow. And my grandfather, he thought this was hysterical, but he would take one or two pieces right off the beginning. Good morning, Mary. So good to see you. He would take a piece and not say a word. And then we'd all be working on the puzzle. And then you'd come down to that last couple of pieces and you couldn't find them. Right. And all of a sudden he would appear. He had the piece all along. And he would laugh and he'd put the last piece in. I mean, we did not find that funny, but he thought it was hysterical. That was his type of sense of humor. So, but again, I was talking about reading from my, Robert Fulghum in to start off the stream. It kind of, yeah, that would, yeah, yeah. Well, we off after a while, if we couldn't find a piece, we would immediately start accusing him, and he would be very insulted. What, me? I would never do such a thing. But yeah, he did. That was his German sense of humor. Carol's got some stuff to take care of. Life happened, that happens to us all the time. So I tried to draw the missing piece and put it in. Yeah, that I could see you doing that, Mary. Yep, a little piece of cardboard and fix that all up. That's never. I would never. Nobody in my family would have ever thought of creating a crossword piece. That's for sure. Not in a million years would they have thought about doing that. But that's pretty clever. Yeah. So I have a couple. I'll read, and then we'll figure out where we're going. Again, for those of you who have been with me since we started the weekend, streams, I've been reading, and we're almost done with this book. And I've marked everything I've read, but I may have missed some. So if I've read it, then I apologize. And if you remember it, you can always, kind of yell at me. Oh, hi, Natalia. And if anybody wants to join me, I'd be glad to send an invite, Aunt Bex, Mary, anybody. I can send you an invite. It's not hard on StreamYard. It's just a click of a button. So I would love to have some company and share with, you can share with us what you've been doing. Okay. So this one is, again, there's no titles. Okay. Aunt Bex is going to get dressed. Super. It's lemonade 5 stents, and the lemonade is spelled LIMMINAID, and then the number 5, and then stents, SINTS. Large, red-lettered, ambitious sign of summer. Just down the block is the classic setup. Couple of sunburned kids, card table, kitchen chair, pitcher, paper cups, and the sign taped to a picket fence. It was their grandmother's idea at first. Get the kids out from underfoot and sitting in one place for a while. You can see her face in the kitchen window, keeping tabs on them. Kids balked at first. They smelled a rat. But when they found out there was money to be made, basic capitalistic greed took over, and they've been out there every day for a week now. They've even started watering down their product to increase profits. I know because for 5 days now, I have been their best customer. I also know because I was in the lemonade racket myself as a kid. So I keep them in business by taking unnecessary trips around the block to pass by their stand. It's a good deal for them and me. For 5 cents, I get a cup of lemon-flavored water and a dash of nostalgia, and they improve their cash position. I am a favored customer. They give me the last dregs of a pitcher at the end of the working day for free. Now I know where the sugar was all the time. And they are better businessmen than I was at their age. It is the job of the youngest kid to follow customers and take back the cup before it is thrown away. I thought they were preventing littering, but it turns out they were reusing the cups. Isn't that a bit unsanitary? Why? You got some disease? What could I say? I offered to provide them with cookies to expand their range of merchandise. I would sell them the cookies for a nickel, and they could sell them for a dime. They are at the age when, if an adult offers to do you a favor, you look upon it with great suspicion. But the next day, there were cookies on the card table, 15 cents a cookie, too. Grandmother made them. She gave them to us. Grandmother smiles and waves at me from the kitchen window. I am up against economic forces I cannot defeat, and brains wiser than mine. My job is to be the customer. No middleman need apply. This is not the first time I've been the pigeon in a game run by two generations of blood kin. On a lumpy road in the highlands of the island of Corsica one summer, an urchin flagged down my car, waving and pointing at something in a basket. I stopped. Behind him was an elderly man sitting at the table, tall green bottles on the table. The kid flashes me a $10 gap-toothed grin. Mister, you speak English? I nod, and the mini merchant comes close and speaks in conspiratorial tones. My poor old grandfather is selling almonds and wine. The almonds are from his tree, and he makes the wine himself. The almonds are okay, but the wine is very terrible. But it is cheap. Please buy some and make my poor grandfather happy, okay? Another lemonade dealer. And the League of Lemonade Dealers has to stick together, right? So for about $1, I got a small sack of almonds and 2 bottles of wine. The kid smiles, and the old man smiles, and I smile. The conspiracy holds. And the kid was right. No false advertising here. The almonds were pretty tasty, the wine ghastly. Several miles later, on another kid and another old man, and the same story. Coincidence? And for another buck, I have another sack of almonds and 2 more bottles of premier rot gut. But several more miles, and there was another kid and another old man, and a few more miles down the road, still another. In 20 miles, I counted 11 sets of friendly hold-up artists. I found out that night in the village that the old men hire the young boys who have learned English in school to flag down the tourists and tell the story. And it always works. I also learned that the old men do not understand the intricacies of the foreign exchange, but the little boys do. What the urchins collect from the tourists and what they give to the old men is not the same. I suspect the old men are not that confused about what is going on either, but considering that they are selling watered vinegar as wine, they can't complain about being stung a little by the larceny of the younger generation. Everybody is in on the scam. Even me. I gave 2 bottles of the wine to a taxi driver as a tip. He overcharged me when he took me from my hotel to the ferry, but I didn't speak enough French to argue with him. He was pleased to get the wine, though. Maybe when he finds out about the wine, he will give it to the old man by the road with the little boy, and it'll go all around again. A year later, on a back street in the city of Herculon on the island of Crete, 2 kids, a rickety table, and some glasses, a pitcher, a sign, the usual equipment. Hey, mister, you speak English? Here we go again. Sure, what are you selling? Super Cola. My grandfather made it. As I recall, Super Cola is just a Greek soft drink. How much? $1 American. $1 for a bottle of Super Cola? That's crazy. Wait till you taste it. You just can't let a fellow lemonade dealer down. So I paid my dollar, picked up a bottle, and took a big drink. In the bottle is raki, the local version of white lightning, raw hooch. Some people have been known to levitate after drinking it, I'm told. Others have not been able to describe the experience because they can't talk anymore. I walked away in a warm glow, my lips a little numb, but feeling pretty loose and fine. Now that's what I call lemonade. If you are ever in my neighborhood in the summertime and you see a middle-aged man in a floppy hat sitting by a card table under a sign that says extra special lemonade $1, stop by and have a drink in the name of the International Brotherhood of Lemonade Sellers. So everybody sells lemonade, everybody's got a gig, which I thought was pretty funny. So Super Cola, 100% alcohol. So that's my little tale for today. Being enterprising and getting things done. It's interesting, though. All down the road, they were all selling lemonade or watered down wine. Okay, the next thing I'd like to do is, if those of you that participated in the zine exchange, let me just quickly send Becky a link because I don't want her to be waiting. Let's see, friends, Becky. she is. Becky McCoy. Send. Okay. All right. Sorry. All right. I'm back. Let's see. Oh, you couldn't have a lemonade? Stan, yeah. I don't think we ever did maybe we did. Oh, okay. You sold cans of pop at the garage sale one year. I can't remember. We got into a lot of stuff in the summertime, but I don't remember we were very entrepreneurial. So yeah. I was lived in the perfect neighborhood for a lemonade stand because I was lived in like a suburban neighborhood, classic suburbia. I mean, textbook suburbia. So, good morning, Andrea. So nice to see you. So I thought I would share my, and there's one of the authors is in the group. Okay, there's Aunt Bex. Let me just bring her in. Thanks, Aunt Bex.
Hello.
There she is.
Grab the chat from YouTube so I can see it over here on StreamYard. So pop out chat.
Okay.
Get back to StreamYard. Pull chat over.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
There we go. So good morning, everybody. So Thanks. You're going to do something with your 8 zines?
I was just going to show them real quick.
Oh, okay.
And then, I don't know, draw dragons or something.
Well, we could make one of these to hold your zines.
Oh, that would be awesome. Because I don't have a zine box.
Yep. We can make a zine box. You just need a 12 by 12 piece of paper.
I do have that. Many 12 by 12 pieces of paper.
Yep. The base is just cardstock and then whatever decorative paper you want to put on the outside after. But I'll just show you the construction.
That's super. Okay, that's a plan. All righty,
so
thank you.
You want to make yourself big while you share your zines because they've seen
Oh, that's
mine.
true. I always forget to do that. Thank you. All righty. Mm-hmm. All right. So many of you have seen this. This is this is a Dee Dee. And this is one of her Barbie doll collections of the Barbie doll collection. Little Miss Muffet. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider. Here's the big spider. And sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. And there she is, running. There's Barbie in her running away. Now, I have to, I'm going to look at them all since they're short and everything. Mitzi's here. Hi, Janice. Mitzi's in here. Mitzi, you crack me up. You know, you made me laugh out loud. I'm just saying. It was just the, you know, the expressions on the characters. It just, I had me laughing out loud. Good morning, Kathy. So I hope you can see this. I'm still having trouble with my camera. Let's see. Oh, that's not too bad, is it? No. Let's see. All right. So this character saying, all righty, it's Mother Goose story time. And the lion saying, he's touching me. When are you starting? Says the zebra. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. Did you bring the snacks? The giraffe says, hold the book up higher. And this guy says, I have a question. And then Howie, story time isn't until tomorrow. I'm sorry that wasn't in focus, but man, that just cracked me up. And the one that got me the was the he's touching me. That was great. So thank you, Mitzi. That was funny. And then look at this. I love just the design and the trim and the border and the lettering. Hey diddle diddle. Let's see. Hey diddle diddle. The cat played the fiddle while it sits on the top of my head. Lucy dances along to the sea shanty song. So I guess I should get out of bed. And this is from Devin Rex. These were so clever. I love it. And I'm sorry I'm not in focus. I apologize. I have the autofocus off, but it's acting like it's on. And this is really, yo, Mother Goose, what if Puss had no boots? Or Peep kept track of her sheep? And what if Red stayed in bed? Or Humpty Dumpty didn't fall? And those mice could see the dice. If all this were true, then Mother Goose would be in a stew. And this is from Lori Painty Girl. It was very clever, very, very clever. And then we have these beautiful illustrations from a book, I think, that she collaged on there. Old Mother Goose. Old Mother Goose, when she wanted to wander, would ride through the air on a very fine gander. Mother Goose had a house. 'Twas built in a wood where the owl at the door for sentinel stood. She had a son Jack, a plain-looking lad. He was not very good, nor yet very bad. She sent him to market, a live goose he bought. Here, mother, says he, it will not go for naught. Jack's goose and her gander grew very fond. They both ate together or swam in one pond. Jack found one morning, as I have been told, his goose had laid him an egg of pure gold. And this is Terry Brett. And then last but not least, Mother Goose and the demise of Humpty Dumpty. Hickety-pickety, my black hen, she laid Humpty Dumpty, then he ran away. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, he had a great fall. The king's men couldn't put him together again. Along came a spider and sat beside Humpty Dumpty. He spun his web and put him back together again. He's alive! Humpty Dumpty woke up and said, thank you. Who are you? I am Goliath. Remember Miss Muffet? I sat down beside her and she ran away. Then Goliath called over to his pet snake, Snap. Who are you? Exclaimed Humpty Dumpty. I'm what little boys are made of, snaps, snails, and puppy dog tails. Goliath exclaimed, Snap is hungry. I kept you alive to feed to Snap. He prefers living prey. After Snap ate Humpty Dumpty, Goliath felt hungry and ate Snap. Yum, tasted just as good as Hickety Pickety Delish. The end. This is made by Pam. So this is a little different twist, I would say, that everyone gets eaten except the spider. So those are the ones that I received, and they were just downright fun. So let's go back and let me get a piece of paper, Becky. So
Okay.
you're saying 112 by 12 piece of?
Yes.
Okay.
112 by 12 piece of paper. And I got
All right. I'm assuming we want it on the heavier side, right?
This is just regular cardstock. It doesn't
Okay.
have to be super heavy.
Okay. Let me get something
it's hard
that I
to
would.
get.
Yeah, I'll get something that. I have to get up and walk over to the other side of my
And this just holds my zines. And it even held Janet's circle zine that she sent me about the cookies. And my house zine that I made. And then the little zines from the swap. Howard's going to the kitchen. He's hoping he can hit Scott up for a cup of coffee because I've already made the coffee. So I'm going to set those out of the way. What made me think to do this is I had already made one to hold ATCs a long time ago, but zines are taller. So I redesigned it. So we made these several years ago. I don't think I dated it. And then I put a metal, I have these metal like titles, and I just glued that on there. I haven't found one to put in there yet. I need to do that in a little bit. And then I'm just using paper scraps from a paper pad to cover it. And everybody knows how to cover their things. So I was just figuring, you know.
Okay. I got my piece. This is rather a good one. This is a Timmy.
All right. When you're making yours, you'll just have to make sure everything's right side up.
Oh, well, now you know what a challenge that is, but I will try. But I'm glad you reminded me. I have an aversion for upside down and backwards. Not an aversion.
All right. So the first thing you're going to need is your trimmer.
Ah, wait a minute. It's buried. But I have it here. I do.
You're going to need your trimmer and your scoreboard and a pair of scissors.
Okay.
Oh,
okay. I got that. Yep. All right. Here's my trimmer. I got my scoreboard right here.
All right. So first thing you need to do is get your paper oriented right side up. So you want the top of your paper up here at the top.
All right. Right side up.
Yeah. We're going to trim 1/4 of an inch off the edge.
Oh, wow. That's not easy.
If you do it the other way, Ann, put
This
your
way?
paper back the other way and use the marks just on the other side of the blade.
Oh, okay. Right. Oh,
yeah. And just come over to the 1/4 inch. Make sure you're not at half because it's the very first long mark. Is the one you need.
Well, you know what? Let me just do this because this will be easier. Because sometimes it's hard to read it right at the edge there.
Oh.
I'll just do a little mark with the 1/4 inch and then I'll.
Okay.
Let's see. 1/4 inch. All right.
So we've trimmed that away. So then you get your scoreboard and you just pick your paper up carefully. Don't turn it or anything. Just lay it on.
Do not turn. Gotcha.
And I need my thingamabob. Here we go.
Scoreboard.
All right.
Paper.
And if you're going to make this later, I would suggest writing down these measurements so you'll know to start with trim 1/4 inch off. And then all these score marks you're going to want to remember. I guess we could put
Now, when I put this on my scoreboard, I now have it at 11 3/4. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh, good. Okay. Which would make sense because I took 1/4 inch off 12.
I'm trying to get rid of some of the outdoors. That's better so you can see. All right. So the first mark we're going to score is 1 3/4.
Okay.
So come over to 1 3/4 and just score it all the way down.
All the way down. Yep. Got it.
All right. And then I've got this all written on my drop paper. Score it 5.
5 inches. Whoops.
And then 6 3/4.
6 3/4. Oops. Yep.
And 10.
10.
And then we're going to set this aside and get our cutter back.
Yeah, cutter back. Okay.
All right, so now you're going to need to rotate. So you're cutting either off your top or your bottom. So you have to decide what you want to keep on your paper.
Okay.
So I'm just
So
going
I'm going to rotate it.
We're going to rotate it so the lines are now running horizontally instead of vertically.
Gotcha. All right. Gotcha. All right.
And you're going to trim away 2 1/4.
2 1/4. Okay. Okay.
And then you'll just lift it up and put it back on your scoreboard with your lines running horizontally, because we're going to mark the other direction now. And then that's the part I cut off. So I don't need that anymore.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, we're going to go the other direction, right?
Yeah. So the first score is, I wrote this in a bad place, 3/4 of an inch.
Okay. Let me just double check. The piece of paper should now be 9 3/4.
Yes.
Okay. And then we're supposed to score it at, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
3/4 of an inch.
3/4 of an inch.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 2 1/2.
2 1/2. Whoops. Hate that when it skips.
2 1/2. 7 1/4 after the 2 1/2.
Okie dokie. Got it. Yep.
And the last score line is at 9.
At 9. Okay.
Oops. Now the part that's going to be hard to understand is what I got to do next.
Okay. Just take your time.
All right. So after you pull your scoreboard out, get your paper oriented back so that there's a narrow, a wide, a narrow, a wide, a narrow in the middle, horizontally. Because now I got to figure out by looking at my box what we got to do here.
Yeah. If I turn it over, I can see it. I see. Look, well, you've got, I've got.
Yeah, because you should have.
We got narrow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections in the height direction, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So let's just go ahead and fold on all of the lines, because that'll make it easier too.
Just give them a crease.
Just give it all of the lines a crease.
Okay.
And you only have to go in one direction, because if you go in both directions, and then it'll be floppy.
Okay. We don't want a floppy.
You don't want to flip it and turn it.
Right. Okay.
Let's see if I can. It'll be easier to see all the lines this way.
I see a box here. Ooh.
Yeah.
I sees it. Hi, Roy. Good morning. I sees a box.
All right.
Yes, I see. Oh, it's going to be pretty too.
I'm just going to draw on this because I'll cover it up.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at all of this score because when I made that Bauhaus journal, there was a lot of measuring, scoring, folding. Yeah. I'm almost done with that. Not quite. I like it. Now I'm assuming we're going to be making some cuts here to fold these in, or
Yes. That's what I'm working out right now.
oh, okay, okay. I'll chat. Hi, Stacy May, Catitude. I said hi to Functional. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. I think I got everybody. And Mary's here. I saw Mary's. I saw your chess piece. And I'm going to.
Okay. So this might be easier if I use a marker too. What you're going to cut away, I'm going to mark with this black.
Okay.
Here. Here. And then you're only going to cut away this little section up here. And this little section here. And this one here. So let's do the cutaways on those. So on the very first section, you'll cut this whole corner out. So all you'll be left is the side tab.
Okay.
And then here, you'll just cut this little rectangle out at the top of the narrow sections.
Gotcha.
And just cut them out for right now. And then we'll do the additional cutting in just
okay. All right. So when we're cutting out, we're basically cutting that corner out and we're going across one of the creases, right?
Yes, you cut right on the crease line.
Okay. And then here. And then this little piece, let me just see again. All right, this little piece in the middle, right?
Just the tab part, not the whole thing.
Yeah, just a little, yeah.
Yeah, just a little section.
Okay.
I have to turn this to cut this.
All right, and then the same thing over here, right?
Okay, so now I'll put these back so you can see what I cut away.
Okay.
Sometimes a visual is so much easier.
No, the black magic marker really helps a lot
Yeah.
because that's really clear.
All right.
I think so.
So you should have, oh, you cut too much off the two end. Oh, on one end, you're supposed to cut the whole thing, and then on the other, just the little tabs.
Oh. Me here?
Yeah, that was supposed to be just a little tab. I should have watched closer.
Well. Well. Let's see.
I'm just going to show why you need to leave that one there.
See, I was looking. I guess I got carried away. All right.
So now,
let me just see what happens.
Let me get a different color. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you got to watch me.
That's not gonna work.
I got carried away.
So now
this is what you're not to do, folks.
Where I'm putting this green line, we're just going to cut down to the center portion of it. So if you cut down in here on your crease line, cut a little too far there, but
I'm gonna save this, honest.
And this is why you need that tab, because when you fold this up, I always put the part that has no tabs on it to the inside, and then you need the tabs to fold in. And then you need to choose which one of these you want to keep, because now we're going to cut one of these totally off.
Okay. Just
so it'll probably be easier just to, where you're going to cut that corner out, you could cut all of this off. So you'll end up with a weird looking piece.
okay. Let me just ask you once again, since I screwed up. All right, so this is the right orientation, but I was only supposed to cut this off.
Yeah, just a little flat thing a bit on
right.
that end.
All right, I think I can save it.
Okay.
All right.
Everybody's saying, put washi on it.
Well, washi's great, except it's not sticky enough. But
all right, so now I chose on the corner that we took the whole corner away. I went ahead and came all the way across to my first tab and just took the 2 flaps off, because you don't need 4 flaps. You need to decide which flap you want to do. I'm pointing, yeah, and you need to cut this off here.
So I'm cutting this off from here to here.
Which side? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Over to that next fold. Oh, you haven't cut down in to make your tabs yet, have you? So that these fold.
Oh, these here? Okay.
Yeah, you got to cut down to their first score line running this way. So they fold up.
All right, wait a minute. Like so?
Yes.
Okay. Just wait 1 second.
Yep. Not a problem.
All right, so I've got these like so.
Yep. And then on your other end over here, you got to cut down in. So here's the flaps that I'm keeping. Or if you want to go ahead and cut those 2 tall flaps next to your left, where you just cut your tabs up, go ahead and cut the large tabs off.
To here.
To that fold line, yeah.
To where I have the tab.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you only need one top, one bottom.
Okay.
There you go. We're making a small box to hold our zines that we just got in the swap.
Hi.
All right.
Okay.
All right. And so now I think if I'm looking at yours, you still need to cut your tabs free on the end.
Here?
Yeah, but make sure you're in the right orientation. So you're cutting, so you're making lids here. And so there should be a tab on the end.
Here.
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah, because you need those 2 little tabs.
So let me see yours again. All right, let me see. All right.
Tab, a tab.
So I need to cut this
Down
I've
to
got
the fold.
here my tabs, right?
Yep. So you need to make those into the same thing by cutting down here.
Here.
Yep. Down to that first fold.
But this is going to be attached to this, right? I hope I'm doing this right.
Like right, that? You made a fold. Yep, there. Like now you got your tab. Yep.
Okay.
You got it.
Like so.
All right. So then you just start rolling your box over and bring the squared end to the other side and then fold this up. And you've got your box. So what we have to do is put some glue or tape on the flap that doesn't have any tabs and just glue it to the one that does. What is going on? Stop fighting.
I have a box.
Howard, you're going to go in timeout if you don't stop. Sorry, guys. Cat fight. So I'm going to put some glue on here and glue this closed. And then this will just, once that's glued, you may have to trim your tabs at little angles.
Yeah,
to get everything to fit together. So I'm going to do that before I start gluing.
Look, I have a box.
Yay!
And this folds in here. Even with me making a big boo-boo, I fixed the boo-boo. Boo-boo. Bobo, boo-boo. What do you think, Lily?
And I'm only trimming on the short tabs. I'm not trimming on my lids.
Right.
And then I'll trim on this, all the short tabs. Just trim it at a little bit of an angle. And I just eyeball it. I don't.
Yeah.
It's a box.
I gotcha. I'm a great eyeballer. What would we do without our eyeballs? I don't know. So, folks, I've showed you what not to do. So, and then how to fix what you should not do. All right.
Dan's the queen of the save.
I'm going to glue this side here.
You just got to make sure your top edges line up when you glue it.
Yep. Gotcha. This is just a little over. Just a little over. So I might just trim that a little bit.
Yeah, I do all this little minute, tiny little trims to get it to fit.
Yeah.
This is Scotch quick dry. And you can glue your bottom closed too, if you're going to use it like I am. If you just want it to, send something to somebody, and then you can leave it open if you want them to be able to store it flat. But I always glue the bottom shut so that nothing will fall out.
Right. Well, I'm going to glue the tab inside, and so it's, and then the side. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm gluing my side, and then I can just push these in. Yeah. You could put a little glue on that tab, and then here and here, and then it's glued shut on the bottom.
That's what I'm going to do. Me too.
Coming out the top up here, and I don't want the top to glue shut.
No, I know.
But that gives you a place to store your pretty zines. And you use decorative paper, so you don't have to decorate yours like I do.
Okay. Well, it's a little rough around the edges, but let me put some glue here. When I taped the piece back on, the one that it was the wrong. It wasn't the piece that I had cut off, but it's okay. Dear. It doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? It's just the other piece was the correct piece, the matching piece that I.
Oh, the matching. You got the wrong sides.
Yeah, just
what you're saying. Yeah. So voila, you have a new storage box. Hi, Deb.
Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Deb.
And then this is your top, and you don't glue it. And you'll find that the lid sometimes will pop back up, but when you start putting things in the box, it solidifies everything. So,
okay. All right, let me do
my
some
zines I got.
Lily, stop it. Don't even think about it.
There we go. So we made a box. Voila. I can put the the score line measurements into Ann's group and Fib Diggity and all, if anybody wants me to. These make nice little gift boxes too. You could decorate them with Christmas paper. These would hold gift cards. In fact, the ATC size that I made, that would be perfect for gift cards if you were just doing gift cards for a teenager, and you could narrow the width. You could make your own. It just takes a little math, a little time, practice. It's paper. So. So that was our random from the hip project. So Ann, now it's your turn. Actually, I'm going to show you. Did anybody else do found relatives yesterday with Barb?
Show me yours. Yeah, I love them. We could do some. Oh man, you got them on your sticker thing too, right?
No, this is on watercolor paper. I'm going to print them off onto sticker paper. I can do that real quick so you can see what that looks like. And you can, when this is a small piece of watercolor, I can tell it to print larger and make their heads bigger.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, and there's the original owl pattern was still on the scanner.
All right, folks. There's my box.
Yay, and make a box.
And it's all pretty secure because I use this glue. Oh my gosh. I have become a huge fan of, I'm going to trim this a little bit, of the glitter glue. I love it. I love it. I love it. I know everyone says it's expensive, but we use so little of it that
I've been tempted to order a bottle and give it a try.
I tell you what, it's pretty amazing stuff. I'm enjoying it. And I didn't use it for the longest time because it had glitter in its name. And that was, I thought it was going to have glitter. And I dislike glitter.
My sister calls it the herpes of the art room. She hates it, but she uses it at Christmas, of course.
What? Oh, glitter?
Yeah. So here's my original. Now I got another box to decorate. There's this straight off print. And here I blew them up. And I'll probably cut a set out and send them to Barb so she can use them in her journal.
Yeah, my box is not quite in a line so that it doesn't stay closed. I did something, but
once you start putting things in it, though, you'll find it stays closed better.
You see how it's
yeah, mine was doing that too. See how this one still pops up a little bit?
Oh, okay. All right. Then okay. So that's just okay.
Yeah, it's a issue with the paper now.
And
I just need to find the title in my metal titles to put on it.
I mean, if you wanted to be real fancy, you could put like a little button and a thing here, and you could do a little stringy closure on it.
Yeah, or
a little piece of Velcro. Sticky dots, Velcro, a magnet. I love magnets.
You could put a magnet in it.
I love my magnets. And someone's giggling. When Roy's around, there's a lot of giggling. I noticed that. Which is a good thing. There. And then take these beautiful things and look. Oh, they fit beautifully. Just like that.
It's a box designed for them.
Oh, you know what I did? Now I know you won't be surprised.
Did
I
you do
glued,
it upside down?
I did.
You glued your top shut, didn't you?
I did.
Whoops.
Janet, where are you when I need you? Janet.
She's done it again.
Look, Janet. Look what I did, Janet. I didn't do a good job. It's upside down. I glued it the wrong way. And Gail's going, yay, you did a good job. Well, not really. It's upside down. I can't believe I did. Well, I can believe I did it. Yeah, I'm talking away. Oh, this is so cool. Well, I can always decorate it. I can put something,
Yeah.
let's see, like that. See, no one would know.
Anne's doing, oops, I did it again. Oh, dear.
Oh, I shouldn't say I can't believe I did that, because I can believe I did that. But, well, I can always make another one.
Yeah, I'll send you the measurements so you can put them in your description box.
Okay.
That'll work too, because then they can just come to this video and have the measurements.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did it. I did it upside down. Yes, that was a trial one. Yes, we'll call it the trial one. There's a few imperfections here, but I'm kind of getting, accustomed to being upside down and backwards. It's kind of my MO. And I used the glitter glue, and if you use the glitter glue, believe me, there's no undoing that stuff. No, no, no. That is serious, serious stuff. Lily, it's too early, honey.
Heard Becky. That means it's tuna time.
That's right. Well, now I have all this medication to give her, and it's not setting well.
Oh, no.
No, I fed her yesterday. I put it in the tuna, and I was bragging with the vet saying, oh, I can put anything, in the tuna and she'll eat it. Well, now she's not really eating the tuna, and then she ate it yesterday, and then she proceeded to literally throw it all up immediately.
Oh, no.
Voice saying, I'm repeating comment from about this exercise is the reason I don't volunteer to teach crafts. Becky is okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry there wasn't a Tunisian stitch yesterday for everybody that's doing that, but my mother-in-law fell, and we had to go over and call a couple cute little firemen to come and help us get her up because we couldn't get her up. And she told me this morning that her ribs are hurting a little bit and her leg, but she won't let me take her to the doctor. She said, I have a doctor's appointment on Friday. So, but I told her, I said, if it gets worse, you need to let me know and I will get them to fit you in earlier.
Yeah,
so,
well,
because she's just
Kimberly,
she
really?
does not want to lose her independence. She's fighting having help tooth and nail.
Kimberly. This is the impression they have of me. They think I cuss. Kimberly says I'm impressed. No cussing from Ian.
Anne's an angel.
And
She doesn't do
Janet
that.
says, true, Kimberly. Thanks, guys. Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot.
There's our Carol. Hi, Carol.
Hi, Carol. Oh, there,
Yes,
Carol.
Janet,
She
it was
says that
Scott.
for That's not true. Well, you should hear me when I'm all by myself. If you think
Janet said that was said with love, Anne.
I know, and I yes, I know, and I feel loved. I really do, and that's the most important thing: is feeling loved.
I watch a lady in Florida called Deb Sews, and she didn't do her hashtag Friday Sews video yesterday because she's preoccupied with Ian. She went outside, and her car was, the front tires are in the water, but her cul-de-sac is way underwater, so they can't leave their house.
Oh dear. Yes, I've had that. Yeah.
But you said your pond is receding.
Yes. Well, we had a storm here many years ago, and it was Tropical Storm Faye. And Faye
I
done
remember Faye.
24 inches of rain right here where I live. And I couldn't get out to go to work.
Oh.
And then the school was closed because the parking lot at school was underwater. But then that receded, but I still couldn't get out because at the time I was driving a Mazda Miata and I had like
Oh.
4-inch clearance. So I
Yeah.
remember calling the principal saying, I can't get out. And she said, don't worry about it. And the next day, of course, it was, but that we literally had fish swimming up the sidewalk, gigantic carp.
Oh, wow.
And there was water within 6 inches of the garage. The fire hydrants were underwater. And the sandhill cranes were spearing the fish. They were having a field day. Yeah, but we really got.
You had a lot of water.
Yeah, and we didn't even actually in Melbourne. We probably got the least amount of rain that anybody got.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had that problem, but with snow. And maybe people realize it, but they don't think about it. They don't think about rain and snow, but every inch of rain equals a foot of snow.
Yep.
And that's a lot of, could be potentially a lot of snow for sure. Well, that was really great. And if you put those dimensions in, I will definitely give it a second try. Or
yeah, I'll just send them to you in a private message in a little bit, and then you can just copy and paste them into your description box.
Yeah, and then, but it's still a beautiful box.
Well,
and if you look at it with your, kind of squint at it, maybe you wouldn't notice. Yeah. Or I could just put it like that. That actually works, and then way it will stay closed.
Okay.
And now it's right side up, even though when you pick it up, you open it from the bottom. That's open from bottom. There you go. No, it's fine. It's
as long as when you lift it up, it doesn't dump everything out.
Well, yeah, it will, but that's okay. Anyway, we'll stick that over there. And
I feel like I'm getting something again.
You sound a little scratchy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Gail. Yeah. Just think about it. Thankful it's rain and not snow. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just hope that, this is it. October is traditionally the busiest hurricane month. And there was something out in the Atlantic, but I think they've discontinued. It never had a name. It just had a number.
Oh, it never got any strength to it then.
No, I don't think it got organized. My son and grandson are going to be here next October 8th.
Well, that's next week.
I know. I don't want another hurricane while they're here.
Oh, and it's October 1st today. Did everybody change their calendars? Or do you have a calendar? I have to have a wall calendar. My mentality is that's where everything I need to do still goes on a wall calendar because I
Yep.
can visually see it.
Yep. Mine's on the door in the kitchen leading to the garage. So it's the
Yep.
last thing I see when I'm walking out the door.
I have to have it. I can't.
And mine is just filled with, appointments.
Robin has her class planner. She still keeps it. And her daughter and her daughter's wife always are picking at her. You should do all of that on your phone. Robin's like, I can't see it on my phone. Not when I'm like, just need to glance at it. That's
Yeah.
Oh, and she's sending me an invitation to her pottery show.
Woohoo!
So Scott and I will have to go to that because it's my sister and I want to go see what she's come up with. I saw some of the pieces, you guys. She's made these circular orbs that will hang.
Ooh.
It's going to look so cool. I hope she gets some help with her lighting so that it looks cool too. Because the orbs have all these cutouts in it. So intricate.
Wow.
It's going to be so pretty.
Now, are they going to be... Okay, Carol, no problem. Anytime. You know that. And you take care of what you got to take care of. I'll talk to you
Bye,
later.
Carol.
Yep.
We got you, girl.
We got you.
I don't know if I'd be able to do a video or not. Maybe of just my sister's pieces. Because, some of the other potters might not want me to do that.
Oh, you think?
You're an attention.
I don't know. I'll have to talk with Robin. That's
well, yeah. We want to see if Robin's comfortable with you doing that because it's only good publicity for everybody.
Yeah, but some of them, quilt shows, they don't want you doing videos or taking pictures at quilt shows. At least that's been my past experience. It might have changed since
people
the
can
internet.
copy the quilt, but if you take a picture of pottery, more than likely people aren't going to copy your pottery because it's too complicated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with the quilt, I could see where people might be afraid you might copy your pattern or whatever. But
yeah,
I don't know.
We'll see.
Just ask her. All she can say is, "I'd rather you not."
Yeah.
But maybe you could take still pictures.
Yeah, that might be a possibility.
Yeah, that's what Deb Farrell is. Maybe you can just take pictures and then a slideshow.
Yeah, I can do that.
Pictures willy-nilly.
Scott has joined the show.
I hear him. I hear Mr. Scott in the background.
I'll take pictures willy-nilly anywhere I want to.
Just take them.
He had fun joining me finishing that puzzle up last night. We had a
See, people, the late arrivers, and then they come in when it gets easy. Yeah, I know the type. Yeah. I'm gonna hang on. I'm gonna make you big, and I'm gonna go feed you know who because she's being a pain
They're all
in the
saying hi, Scott.
Hi there.
Deb says you're a rebel.
Rebel.
No, that's not how I do it. How do I do it? I make you, and then I
I don't know because I'm not sure how to do it.
Let me see. No, there's a way.
I'm bigger on the screen now.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's big enough. They can look at your scoreboard or pop your box in there.
Yeah.
There you go. And see, it's not upside down. It's perfect.
No, not now. It's not. All right, Lily, come on. Let's go. Let's go. You won.
Good luck with the medication.
That's that whistling.
Yes, these are my people. This is the original that I did with Barb yesterday, and then I just went in and added features. So now I made a copy and I'm cutting these out and I will pop them in a card to Barb. Because that's what if I do any of these with her, this is what I generally do. And I'll send her a copy from the original size, and then these bigger ones are for me. I like to blow them up. Yeah, Barb found relatives yesterday. She talked about her second date was the Studley Duck, and he actually joined in on the conversation there for a while via her phone text. So it was kind of fun. It's good to see her happy. It really is. And I know days are still hard, but she's doing great. She's doing great. Sitting here telling myself, turn the paper, not the scissors. Turn the paper, not the scissors. It'll cut out better. And I mean, I could send these to her just in sheet form, but I'd rather have them cut out where she can just, peel and stick them. And she shared also some of her journal. She covered her new journal. For anybody that doesn't know, Barb Owen, she does a journal, and they work out to about a journal a month. And she covered her journal for this month. And she shared just a quick flip through of the past journals for this year, which was very interesting to see how she incorporates cards from people. She will shrink your card down and print it in a smaller version so she can tape it into her small journals. And she'll incorporate things like this. If I send her these, she'll stick these in and give them their names and what they're feeling and whatever. She adds those to her journal. So if you gift her small art that she can use in her journal, she really enjoys that. And it brightens her day. And yeah. So I try to do that every once in a while. Send a little bit of something for her journals. I don't know anybody else that journals the way Barb does. Utilizing stickers and all of that. I would like to be a journaler. I love the concept of having a written record, but I am just garbage at actually doing it. There we go. Now we're showing more of the people so you can see them. And the camera's doing better. Thank you, Janet, for putting the link in for Barb. Yes, she popped on. Oh, for anybody that missed it, right on your calendar, Barb will not be live on October 7th and the 14th. She will not be live on those days, but she said that she may, when she's able to come back, she may do like 1 to 3 days in a row. So just an FYI, I'll put that out there so you're not looking for her on the 7th and the 14th. Oh, and she shared that she got to spend time with her great grandbaby, which was awesome.
She's eating.
And she explained the dynamics of all of that again.
Well, she's eating it. I hope it.
All right. Well, let's hope it stays down because it's not
Hope
going
it
to help her
stays
if it
down.
doesn't. I always hate that when you spent money on medication for an animal and they upchuck it as soon as they take it. Oh, it's so irritating.
This is the pain medication, and it does have a bit of an odor. So I mixed it in a little bit more with the tuna fish, and hopefully it's liquid.
Yeah.
And it's just she gets one drop, and I mean it's a little tiny drop, but
Yeah, but their noses are so sensitive.
oh, I know. And even
you'd think even tuna would cover it, but some.
yeah, I know. But so we'll see. She's in a lot. I mean, when she's walking now, you can tell her paws are. She's lifting them up. It's not good. And I can't stop her from jumping off. She jumps up and sleeps on a chair, and I can't prevent her from. That's not realistic, And I can't carpet the house. That was the other suggestion that the vet made many years ago. So.
What I have found, I have this anti-static rug that I have here by my work table in case I want to stand to do something, because sometimes you just have to stand to do something.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
So I have that here so I can move it in place if I'm, cutting something out. I found the cats have taken to that's their jump off point for this
Oh,
table. And I got it at Costco for like $15.
huh.
But
Not a
it
bad
just gives
idea.
them some place to land from this. This is the highest I think I've seen them jump from. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That
but
wouldn't
my
be a
cats
bad
aren't
idea.
as old as yours yet.
Yeah. That's a possibility.
Just give her a couple little landing places as long as you pay attention and not fall over them, because we don't want you
Right.
falling over.
But if I had something like that by the chair that she 90% of the time, yeah, it's another.
It's just an idea.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Journey. She's listening while she cleans. I'm sorry you have to clean. I need to do some of that myself. I've noticed cat furries from various cat fights of, I don't know why, if it's the barometric pressure change, but Howard has been an absolute beast
He's
the
been on a
last
wreck.
week.
Yeah. Well, that's the only time I really clean is when I have company, and so unfortunately, it's a good thing my
Yeah.
friends from Cape Canaveral come down every couple of weeks, and that's when I will mop the floors and get the old Swifter out, and that Swifter does a nice job on these tile floors, I have to say.
Oh, that's good.
I finally bought the one that's got I was using the one that had the pads that you put on it and you change the pads. Then I graduated and got the one where it has a tank of cleaning fluid and you push a button and it sprays the stuff out on the floor, and then you can mop with that. And
Oh, so you got the wet dry one.
yeah, that's the name, the wet dry one. Yeah, and that works really well.
I think that's what my sister Rhonda uses.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. Yeah, and
Rhonda has one of those.
now I have to change in the pad on that. Actually, I bought cloth pads that you can wash and use, over and over again.
Yeah, those disposable ones are ridiculous for what they charge.
Yeah, yeah.
I've also seen patterns to crochet pads to fit those.
Oh, really? What material?
Yeah.
What would you crochet them out of?
I guess you use cotton yarn and it's
Okay.
real absorbent.
Huh. Interesting. Well, while you do that, I'm going to do a dragon, or
All right.
try to do a dragon.
That'd be great. I'm just cutting these out for Barb while I'm sitting here.
Yeah. I cut out my dragons and I put them on. I positioned them on magazine pages that had like scenery. Oh, I don't know where.
I put my two that I did with you and Carol in my little journal that I made with you guys.
Yeah, I should do. That's a good. Oh, that's right. Yes, yes, yes. They came. Yes, you have to put them on black paper.
Yeah, they look great on the black paper.
Yeah, they do. They
But
really
man, Fussy cutting out all those little toes.
do.
That was a trip.
Yeah, I don't even know what I did with them.
And see, I went and got the book off Amazon for like $6 delivered.
Yeah,
Drawing Dragons. So that they're so cute.
it's
I'd like
fun.
to make some more.
Well, I'm almost thinking of spray mop that isn't Swifter, and you can add your own solution that comes with a lot of pads, including long naps, so it works as good as. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that have formulas where you can make your own formula to stick in the thing on the wet mop. Yeah. Seen that. I've seen it. I'm still toying with whether I'm going to do Inktober, and it's a matter of, I need to know in my mind, I need to know that I have whatever I'm going to do. There's got to be 31 things that I can, and I could easily do, I could do 31 dragons, right?
Yeah.
And just do the ink part and not color them in. Or again, there's always Entangle, right?
Movie characters.
Yeah,
Like I did one of the ladies from Hocus Pocus in one of
I'm
mine.
not that good of an. I mean, I don't draw that well enough to do that, you know. And then I have this book I've had for years. It's one Zentangle a day.
Yeah.
A 6-week course in creative drawing for relaxation, inspiration, and fun. And
Yeah, I think that's what Janet Young's doing, isn't she?
I think she is. Yeah, but she is a serious Zentangler. But
but she follows the tutorials on a website. So.
Yeah, and I have that website. So that would be, yeah.
I wrote it down, but I don't know.
I have used that website for years. And it's called Patterns Dash Collections or no, yeah. And they have, and I've done all of these in various different times, and they're in various different books, but that's another possibility. And then of course, I did the best ones I did were I did the Beatles one year, not the Beatles, the rock star Beatles, but the bug Beatles.
I remember your bugs. Those were cool.
They came out really well. I had bought at a yard sale, a book on Beatles, and I just came across them the other day. I was going to rebind them, and I actually did the views in their hairy legs. And then this was true. This was true pen and ink. You look at them, and some of these guys are cute. This guy's got like a little face. And then I wrote how long they were and what their range was.
Hi, Beth.
This guy, look, he looks like he's got a little face and a bow tie.
He almost looks like a robot too.
Yeah, he's got like a little mustache. Look at the look on this guy's face.
Bugs are cool.
And his little hairy legs. Now, in reality, good morning, Beth. These guys they're really tiny. And they're very colorful. Because I like this guy too. But I did 31 of them. I had fun doing these.
Now, see, if you did your dragons just on an 8.5 by 11 sheet and just did a group of dragons, then you could print them off and share them, and then people could cut them out. And you could make your own sticker pages if you use paper. The only thing I didn't like about gluing these to the black is I slipped a little bit putting them down, and I can see the glue. It's shiny.
I know. And then when they say it dries clear, it really doesn't,
It dries shiny. Come on.
Yeah, it dries shiny. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I could do that.
Or put them in a little book
or little cards. I don't know. I mean, I cut them out. When I did the last ones I cut out. And then again, you can do other stuff with them.
But you know what I find is 30 days doing the same thing, 30 days, I find boring. I get bored and then I quit and then I don't get them done. I was really surprised. I got the one done, but I did it using only a blue Bic pen. I did all of my drawings with blue Bic pen.
Oh, wow.
I knew I put that.
Yeah.
It's somewhere safe, I'm sure.
See, these are the ones I did last week. And then just cut them out. And then you can move them around. And mine are really, but it's interesting. We all did these, right? You, Carol, and I all did these, and they're all different. I mean, they're all recognizable as dragons, but all of them are different, which is interesting. And how you shade them, and so I stuck them in here. I don't know. I just know me. I have to have a like a solid plan in my head. Otherwise, I mean, with the beetles, it was easy. I just turned the page, and say, okay, I'm going to do this beetle. But I think I'm just going to do a drag on, puff the magic drag-on, as they
So
say.
get your paper and pencil and do a dragon with Ann.
Do you remember when people thought that was a pot song and that they were dragging on a?
Oh, this one's from 2016. See, I got the cover was with it. It's in my unfinished business.
Oh yeah, that was my.
That was the actual where I followed the.
Oh, the prompts are really, yeah. Oh wow, look at those. Oh, nice. I tried to follow their prompts one year and I couldn't. Oh wow.
They're just kind of open end. So this is lost. It's all the socks.
Yes.
A rock. Broken.
Yes. What's that one?
Jump.
I have somebody jump. That's the one I did because I have somebody jumping rope.
That says transport, and that's supposed to be a train, I think. But,
oh, I see it in front of the train now. Yeah.
Worried.
Yeah.
Scared.
Yeah.
A tree.
Yeah. A lot of them were abstract,
Yes.
Nouns, and that's hard to draw an abstract.
That's my battle. It's 2 cannons.
Oh, look at that. The two. Oh my gosh.
Escape. Got a beach chair with a bottle of wine in the sunshine. Flight.
Okay.
Squeeze.
Well, you did a lot of them. I think I gave up with Lost.
Yeah, I think I got.
Looks like you got a lot of them done.
Yeah, this one I got almost all of them. I have one that I did complete all of them. This one I think I lacked 2. Yeah, see, I need to do wreck. That's all I got left. It's wreck.
Well, you got a lot of those done. Yeah.
I mean, drawing a wreck.
Uh-huh. No, you got that's yeah. Because I came across some of those, and those prompts. I think I came across that the other day, and I didn't get that far at all.
I just like to, like you, I like to pick something I know that I will enjoy sticking with rather than having prompts that just somebody's made up.
It's hard to draw abstract thoughts.
Yeah. But it is a challenge for your brain to do that occasionally.
Oh, yeah.
It strengthens the brain cells to step outside, but sometimes I'm just not. It's like, ugh. No.
Yeah. I think they're in here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I think it was the same. These are 20. Yeah, fast. Wasn't that? You had fast, right?
Yeah, fast. Mm-hmm.
Here, I have written them
That's
out here. Fast. I have the Road Runner for fast.
Oh, that's cute.
And then collection. I did stamps. And hungry. The guy's thinking of all this food. I have no idea what that one is. Let's see. Sad. I have all these little sad faces.
Oh. One whole page is sad.
And then hidden. I have this scene and there's this little kind of thing in the rocks that's hidden.
Oh,
It's interesting. You go back and see how your brain was working, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Hidden is, lost. The guy's lost on an island.
It's Wilson.
And he has, yeah, Google Map.
Ah,
I don't know what that is.
yeah, if I hadn't
Well,
written
that's
them on
rock,
the
I
page,
guess.
I'd have
That's
no.
rock. Oh, there's jump. Jump for fun.
Jump rope.
And then the next one was transport. Let me see what I had for transport. Oh, I just drew a whole bunch of transport. And then worried. This is my guys with the worried look on his face. Tree. All right. I don't. Look at this babe, huh? Look at this. Oh, she's relaxing. Jesus. Oh my God. Wet. I can't wait to see what I had for wet.
I think mine had a dripping mop.
Oh, look, I had an umbrella. Oh, Lord.
It is funny where your brain takes you.
I know. It's just crazy. Battle. I think I gave up after that because here I'm sketching my porch. So there's no battle there. No, that's why that's as far as I got. You got a lot farther than I did because now I'm sketching.
Yeah, I was so close. I was like, ugh, I'm done.
Right. I was trying to draw them. Yeah, no battle. Yeah. When I draw, the hardest thing for me is perspective. You know, getting the things that. And Janet
I got that
says,
book that you recommended for getting your proportions, drawing the body proportions. I think.
Oh yes, that is a good one. That is a really good one. Yeah.
It's here with my books. It's blended.
No, that's a really good one. Yeah. Here's my TR. I'm trying to do TR. And I found this. I thought this was so cute. I saw this in a magazine.
I've seen those. Have you seen where people do their hands and make it look dimensional?
Yes,
I want to do that.
Those are amazing. This was just I decided to do some trees and rocks, I guess. Looks like trees and rocks.
I need to do some more inspirational quotes on rocks because all of the ones we dropped at the Riverwalk were picked up.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I want to paint some more rocks. Rhonda said she wants me to give her some because when she walks up to a classroom she has to go to, they had her in the bottom of the Coliseum. They moved her classroom because her building at USC was being totally remodeled. So she's basically in a room where they used to keep the circus animals when Ringling Brothers would come.
Really?
So, yeah. So she has to walk up through, and when she's walking, there's an area that has those rocks as mulch. She said, I'd love some of those rocks to just drop for these kids that are struggling with, feeling positive about being at school.
Right. Yeah.
So I'll have to paint some up.
Yeah, I think that those are great. And my plan, I was going to go, and I never did it, of course, but I was going to go to the library and just go back in the stacks and just stick those bookmarks that I made.
Yeah.
And then I figured that when people went to check out, the librarians would find them, but they probably, what would they do? I mean, the people I meant to give them as gifts, but they might not take kindly to the random acts of bookmarks, I guess. I thought it would be fun because I was into I made a whole bunch of bookmarks and I was just going to stick them. I was just going to go to the library.
Well, you know, another place you could put them is the little on the side of the road libraries. You know, I'm seeing those pop up all over the place.
I haven't
Um,
seen any here, but I know what you mean.
Really?
I know. No, I haven't. That doesn't
Oh,
mean there aren't any. I just haven't come across them.
yeah.
I start drawing and sketching, and I have the Betty Edwards, drawing on the right side of your brain, and I really get into it, and then I give up. I give up, and I always give up. I think I give up just at the point where I might be making a breakthrough at my skill level, and
Yeah.
and then I give up. And
Well, it's
Janet's
like
saying, "How
I was
about?"
telling Pam the other day, we all do our hobbies in rotation because in her last video for Friday Sews, she was talking about how she hadn't really sewn much, but she's been doing mixed media. And I said, well, you know, we all kind of rotate between our hobbies.
Yeah,
I
that's.
mean, I think it keeps your brain stimulated if you rotate.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I never sewed until the slow stitch movement kind of, which has probably been there for umpteen million years. I never was aware of it.
Well, it's like Carol said, it's embroidery.
Yeah, and it's
The
funny
young
because
kids call it slow stitching.
I had crewel kits, and I did a lot of crewel work, which is embroidery.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, JL. Good morning.
Janice is here. Hey, Janice.
Yeah. But I did a lot of that back in the day, and I would buy the kits, and they would have the pattern, and they would have all of the floss included, and they would have like a little key on how to do all of the stitches, and that's where I learned the French knot and the satin stitches and things like that. And but that's years and years and years ago. I mean,
Yeah, I
and
was on the whole cross stitch thing. I had all of the flosses. I still have my floss, but all of the books and magazines and stuff I gave to my sister because she's a big Hazel. She's a big stitcher,
yeah.
or she was at the time.
Well, I had a lot of fun when we started with Carol's the scroll thing. And
Mm-hmm.
doing it by month. I mean, I started out really strong. Remember that first one? I had the lizard and I had the golf ball breaking the window, and
Yeah.
and then again, kind of now I'm a couple of months behind, but I have stuff. And even though I wasn't really doing any fancy stuff like Carol was doing, I was mostly, I guess you would, what would you call it? Applique, when I would take up something and then just sew it onto the,
Yeah.
but, and just to kind of represent what happened. And then I did the little red Volkswagen because we were talking about, I don't know, I guess we were talking about cars or something, and I did the little red VW because that's what I had, and so it's just I'll be stitching over. I will be switching over to crochet and knitting here before long for the winter months. Yeah, yeah. Pray for you. I'm trying to clean off my desk, and it's like diving into the lost. Good luck. I send you patience. I'm sending you patience, Andrea. I keep on threatening to do that here, and I just can't face it. I brought in some of my my journals. I brought them in off the porch and brought them into the guest room where I have my other craft stuff as ooze. You know how you spread out, because I thought
Oh, we
maybe
don't know about spreading out.
no. It's in every room. The only room that it's not in is the guest bathroom.
Oh, goodness. So those are ready to get mailed to Barb now.
That's perfect.
She can put them wherever she wants. And I got my dragon book. So what number do we want to do?
All right, let's see. How about you picked the number the last time, didn't you?
Yeah. So get somebody in the chat. I don't even remember how many are in here.
Oh, yeah. Somebody in chat, please, please, please. 1 through 1 through I guess 20. Pick a number. 10. Thank you, Pam. Number 10. 6, 9. There's 10. All righty.
So it's a
Fire
little-
spitter dragon. There he is.
The fire spitter.
Double digits. Oh, thank you, Roy. That's so helpful. You're such a. Roy wants us to do 1,345. Well, let's see. Mary said 18. All right, let's just see what 1 would look like. How would you? Well, first of all, there is no 1. It starts with 2, which is interesting. And 3. Well, I guess you could combine them. 3. No, I think we're going to do 10.
So yours are numbered. Mine aren't numbered. My book must be older or something. And if I just go through and count them, it's a bull dragon.
I mean, well, doesn't it have the number where it's? I mean, the
No.
page is not numbered, but where it starts the dragon with the number.
So I might have a different one.
Let me see the cover. No, that's the same one. Oh,
No,
drawing-
see, mine's red. Drawing dragons with numbers, and my cover is red.
yeah, that's different. Huh?
So I'm just going to count them and do number 10 of what's in my book. So,
What's the name of the one that you had? Because I can find the name.
7, 8, 9.
I
Bull
see it right
dragon.
there. That's it right there. You have no. That's me. I'm looking at me. Oh my god.
But he's a number 6. Okay, there we go. Hang on. Let me see if I have a 10. I 7.
I can't help you, Roy. I have no idea.
See, my number 10 is Medusa.
Ooh, Medusa. No,
So yeah, there's a 10.
I don't have Medusa.
All right. So you do what you got. I'll do what I got.
All righty. Let me see if I. What's the copyright on yours? Just out of curiosity.
2016.
2016, and mine is 2016. Huh. That's interesting. Do you have this in the beginning of yours?
I don't think so. I have a 2-headed dragon in the very beginning.
Does yours have a dedication?
To Cooper, Tyler, be brave when facing your dragons. Love, Dad.
That's the dedication I have in mine. That's weird.
And it says in the front, to Asher from Mrs. Brown, 2018.
Huh.
Asher didn't want it. So I got it.
Okay. So someone help Roy out with PayPal. Because I don't have taxes. All right, you're doing Medusa. Medusa.
Well, I could do the same one you're doing.
No, you do you. Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
Because then it's hard for me. That way.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you do yours with pencil to start and then go over it?
Yeah, I usually do because I make mistakes. And I like to be able to erase.
Yeah.
And when I usually start and then I run out of room. So I kind of like literally start with the tail at the back end to make sure I have enough room. And then let's see, his feet is down here. And here, let's see. Down like so. I'm starting to get the last of my magazines. You know, I said I was not going to renew any subscriptions.
Uh-huh.
And you get all these notices, final notice, third notice. You know, you'd think it was the end of the world. Well, we want you back. I'm thinking I haven't left yet. Jeez. And then they start really giving you really good prices. And then you're so tempted. See, I'm already at a.
Is that better, Deb? So you start with the number 10, and then you do 2, 3, and then 4. We'll see if I can do this upside down.
Yeah, I didn't. I was starting at the back end of the thing to see whether it would fit or not, and that's not helping. And it's too short anyway, so the proportions are all off. All right, so we'll turn it over, and I will start with the number 10 up here. And you have, okay. And it's nice because it's red, you know, and then
Yeah. You
so
just
you
got to
know
make
that,
sure you hit everything that's red before you move to the next one.
yes, that's the only, yeah, I've made that mistake. Yeah, red, and then we got this, 1, 2, 3, and then we come down here, like so, and they can see what I'm doing. And then we got little red teeth, 1, 2, 3, and we got some wild hair on the eyebrow. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spikies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spikies. And then we're gonna bring this come down like so. And this comes up like so. And then this comes over like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm getting there. How are you doing, Beck?
I don't know. I think I've drawn in too big.
Yeah, that's always my problem. Either too big or too small.
Because I don't think he's going to fit on my page.
Oh,
Because his
hi,
tail,
Kathy, with
his
me.
tail needs to come that way. I might start over.
I did. I did. That's exactly what I did. I turned the page over. And then we got this comes out like so.
Let's see if I can get you guys so you're on the page too. But I got to have it right side up or I can't make heads.
Oh, yeah, that was very noble of you to try to do it upside down, but that's
Yeah, it wasn't happening.
nah. When I was a special ed aide, the guy that I worked for, he would do math upside down for the students. I was always so impressed. He'd be showing them how to do a math problem, and he would be able to do the whole thing upside down, write all the numbers upside down. That was pretty cool.
And what's funny is everybody's dragon ends up looking different because
Yeah, because our proportions are different.
Yeah.
At least that's what I,
Yeah.
let's see here. This one's here. So that's too fat. And then this is going to come down like so. It's going to go up like so. Let's see, we got this here and here. Yeah, I think his legs are way too big, but let's see, from here to here, it looks about like so. It looks like a whoop, 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 whoop. How's that?
This
Totally.
looks like his head's backwards. Let me.
Oh
Oh
my.
my God. This is harder than you'd think. Well, my snakes are gonna face the other direction because that's how I drew their heads.
Yeah.
They
And
all
I
look
like
like
it. Roy that's classic. You take the shapes, and that's really another way of really, you like you see the circles and the triangles, and then that's yeah.
got the snakes all in. Oh, I got to do his arms or whatever these are. Yeah, they're his arms.
And I know Dee Dee was having Mary draw upside down, and that's one of the first exercises in Betty Edwards' book.
Yeah. Oh, now I got to give them tongue.
Let me screw this up. I gotta get out there. And the first time I did that exercise, I was absolutely blown away when I turned it right side up. I couldn't believe that I had drawn that. I said, I can't believe I just drew that. I had tricked my brain, which I didn't think was possible. But it goes to show you how much your brain interferes.
Yeah, I was watching Crochet Crowd yesterday, and when Mary was over there, right before, who came on after? Somebody came on, and I jumped over to watch them. Gosh, now I don't even remember. But he was doing a sharing of ideas, and I think Mary mentioned it last night. I've already printed that pattern off, Mary, for that. He kept calling it a cardigan, but it's a wrap, and this is it.
Oh, nice.
And it's got all these different stitches on it, and it's at yarn inspiration, and it's a free pattern. It's called Aran Toggle Wrap, if anybody's into crocheting. But it takes 6 Super Saver balls, and Joann's has that on one of those super duper sales for like $3.29 a skein. So I was thinking of running over there after this and after we eat and getting the yarn for it.
Oh, wow.
Like I need another project, but whatever.
Hey.
Did the hands, I did that. Snakes have their stripes.
Why not?
But it's so funny watching him brainstorm. But then he's talking about adding all these projects. But then if you listen to him talk about his calendar, oh, I'm going to be in Australia and New Zealand. I can't do that for 3 weeks. And I can't do it then because I'm going to be doing this other cruise. And it's like, you need to listen to yourself. You got too much on your plate.
Oh, he travels and has cruises with people.
Yeah, he does crochet cruises. Which
Oh,
wouldn't it be a hoot to go on a cruise with somebody like Mikey?
yeah.
You haven't watched him. He's a hoot. Absolute hoot.
Well, that Vicky Boughton from Canada, she does crafting cruises.
Oh, that sounds like fun. I would love to do that. Scott would be so bored. He wouldn't have anybody take care of him. Poor thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, believe me, the men's could fend for themselves.
Yeah, I know they could. They'd eat out frozen pizza.
Right. They'd eat out.
I'm gonna bring this up a little and try to see if I'm getting all of his. He's got like patches of scales on him. It's like, okay. And see, I've made my scales too big. That's all right.
Well, I think I got her kind of done. This area down here is a little questionable, but actually, it's for me. Those proportions are. I'm not too far off. Huh. I think this needs to come down a little bit, though.
I've kind of cheated, and this is a scrap of sticker paper I grabbed, so he's already a sticker.
Oh, that's a yeah.
Oh,
That's
he's got some stripes.
that's gonna be longer.
Is that everything? I think I'm done.
Well, that's good.
He just needs color.
Well, that's a big part of this too. You know, getting the different the especially the shadows.
Yeah. Gail said she drug Tom to a National Shih Tzu show, and he was so bored, but it was a good sport about it.
Well, that's what Elvin is, right? He's a Shih Tzu. Is that right, Gail? I'm talking. I'm not looking at the chat. I'm just maybe it's the wrong dog.
So that's what I ended up with.
Let's
I
see.
can never tell which way to go on this blooming thing.
Okay, there's mine.
Oh, that's cute. I think it's so funny. Our books are so different.
Different, yeah. Even though they're published and they have the same dedication,
So
and I
funny.
don't think mine has that Medusa.
Mine's a lot taller and thinner than the one in the picture. Now that one was the one we did. That was fun. The little fat guy on the previous page.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. I'm still looking for.
See, Gail, I pay the lady. Bernie's going on Monday, and I'm bad. She only goes like every other month because it's $70 or $80, but that includes nail grinding because I get her nails trimmed and ground. Because if we take her over to my mother-in-law's, she doesn't understand. She can't jump up on my mother-in-law. She just gets excited because she's blind, and so the only way to interact is to jump and touch. So I have her nails ground so she won't break my mother-in-law's
skin. She probably has thin skin because I have.
She does.
Yeah.
And I have a really good groomer, and it's so hard to get into her. And right now I noticed that she is on she can't lift anything over 35 pounds. So I don't know if she's had an injury or what, but Bernie only weighs about 20 pounds. So.
Nope, no.
That is so funny.
You learn to groom your own. Okay. Well.
Yeah, she goes every other month. And I still get her cut short, year round. I know she's supposed to have this fancy cut. I just don't do it. I just say trim her the same all over. And
Yep. We had a poodle. We had a standard poodle, and
wow.
it's a big dog. It's a big dog, and we would just have the no fancy cut, just what they call the lamb cut.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, they are.
Are they
Yeah, Deb, they're the same same publisher, same author, same dedication.
harp tunes?
Yep, Harp Tunes. Follow up
Yep.
Harp Tunes.
I don't see anything.
2016. All
Yep.
characters, property of Steve Harpster and Harp Tunes Publishing. All rights, Library of
Yep.
Congress. Drawing dragons with numbers, written and illustrated. Summary: learn how to draw. I don't know.
I don't know why they're different, unless he has different covers and different dragons for different areas of
Yeah,
the
yours
country or
doesn't say
something. I don't know.
cartoon or anything. I mean, and guess what? It's 11 o'clock.
Yep.
We
So
made it.
We
made
filled
it.
the time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Becky. And thank
You're
you,
welcome.
everybody that came in and hung out with us. So appreciate you being here and just sharing this space and time with us. And certainly we'll see you out and about the internets.
All righty.
I think who's on it? Is it Painty Girl? It's on at 11:30. I don't know. There's a reason why we
she
get off
does
at
come
11.
on.
Who comes on?
Lori. I think it's Lori.
Lori,
She comes
okay.
on the weekend.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and I couldn't remember. There was a reason why we got off at 11, and I think it's Painty. I think it's Lori, Painty Girl.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna send Anne a message with these measurements for the box, and then she can put them in her description box at her leisure.
Yes, and I might attempt to do it again and right side up this time.
All right. Y'all have a great weekend.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Becky. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
And broadcast. I always forget to hit the second.